Welcome, folks, to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Hemingway, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where folks have been shouting "Hotty Toddy" since the very early hours today. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Rebels will kick this deep to start us off. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Important second down play coming up. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very talented and shows you the physicality he has.
The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
And it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Now the 40, the 20, at the 10 now. Touchdown, Auburn. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows her what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackling at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Brown. He's running out of time here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Boy, that is a first down and a definitive way of getting a good push up front. And this back, I tell you, every single year on the Plains, Auburn always has a great back, and this guy is no different.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Bringing pressure. Got him. He's sacked.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown, and they keep it going. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To the air, it's Brown. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll drop back here on third down. On the run here. Let's it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down. And the Rebels will send their punt team onto the field. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And the back now goes in motion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. keeping it on the ground here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the sticks. It's Peters. And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied at 7.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. Ball handed off. Spinning out of the tackle. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
First down. We're going to throw the football. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
That's an important first down on that running play. Looking downfield, it's Brown. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun handoff here. They can't stop him. Again, ripping through the defense. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And the Rebels will line up here on first down and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And we're able to get him down.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Finds an open target on the left side. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Hey, the windows are so tight on these throws for this quarterback. Positive yards are a good thing here. Now it's third and goal, getting so much closer to punching it in.
They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Brown. Running out of time in the pocket. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Boy, it's 3rd and goal, Chris, and they decide to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the football. The defense comes up with this big sack. And as an offensive coordinator, I don't think it's a bad call at all, but you got to put more pressure on this quarterback to make quicker decisions to get the ball out of his hands much quicker. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. And the punt team now on to kick it away. With the return, it's Graves. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. To throw, it's Brown. Checks this down to the running back. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pressure is coming. The freshman making an impact play there.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to scramble now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Finding space at the 20. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Knocks that one right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. You make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. First play of the second half is a handoff. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Dropping back. It's Brown. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The Rebels looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Looking to throw it again. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
PAT puts them up 13 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Auburn offense is back out on the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. Man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. A short completion of the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made on the right side. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. The throw complete to the running back underneath. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now the handoff. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you go get a touchdown.
The pocket breaking down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Defense trying to hang on the 11th play on this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So now it's 3rd and short from the +25. They're in field goal range. Let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on 3rd down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on 4th down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
At the 12-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Ole Miss 20, Auburn 7.
First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They'll hand it off. And the game will pick up the 1st down. Tackled at the 22.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. The quarterback's got it on the option. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Short connection to the tight end here. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They're going to run it. The back gets the carry. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the Rebels will bring their punt team onto the field. When he comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost him anything. And they put together something here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
Yeah, defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down, looking to throw it. Rolling to his left, outside the pocket. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Second down after that previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's going to pull it down and run. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Aggressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
On third down, he drops to throw. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37. The offense going with the hurry up. Looking to throw it on first down. Bringing pressure. Pass rush closing in.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
They look to throw it here on second down. Fires it on the move. And it's complete downfield. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20. Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. Looking to pass here on second down. He escapes the sack. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Tigers. That's a crucial score. It makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
The kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Turn starts inside the 15. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. To throw, it's Brown. Looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Takes the toss, testing the right side here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. It's a draw play. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
4th down coming up.
And the Rebels will have to kick it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Now the offense will take a timeout here with 30 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
The Rebels bring their punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
And the Auburn offense takes it over. 1st and 7.
And the Auburn offense back out on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. We've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
So down 6, they need a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw for the first down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. He just goes down, and that'll do it for the ball game. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.